Just about a month ago, the Parliamentary Budget Officer. So, what is a Parliamentary Budget Officer? This role was created in 2006 under Stephen Harper to create accountability and transparency of how taxpayer money is spent. It is a non-partisan, high-profile role that keeps the government in check for deficits, debt, and spending of your money. Just about a month ago, Jason Jacques testified at Finance Committee giving a shocking and quite frankly, horrifying testimony of the state of Canada's finances.
It should be very alarming, right? These are, I don't know, I think I used the words in French, and which the translators probably got really well, like stupefying, shocking, right? This is not, like, it's not a funny fiscal outlook. It's a really serious fiscal outlook. And we don't lightly use the word unsustainable, right? Unsustainable means you don't have the option of saying, maybe I'll wait a couple of years, I'll see how things go. It means if you don't change, this is done, right?
After that report was released, and it was very upsetting, I'm not going to lie. It was so bleak. Pierre Poilievre stood in the House of Commons and said to the Liberals, okay, this is what's going to happen. The Liberals are not going to let this guy keep his job.
And the Prime Minister made the appointment of the Parliamentary Budget Officer temporary, so that he could hold a sword over his head and threaten him if he speaks the truth about the financial mess the Prime Minister has made. That's what you remember? You know, to a government that doesn't know how to count, there is nothing more terrifying than a man armed with a calculator. And this Prime Minister wants to silence the Parliamentary Budget Officer from telling the truth about the fiscal mess that he has created under his watch. So will he, Mr. Speaker, legalize math, make the Parliamentary Budget Officer's position permanent, and tell us how big the deficit is?
Mark Carney said he was happy to work in collaboration with the opposition.
Mr. Speaker.
With respect to consultations on making the Parliamentary Budget Officer's position permanent, I look forward to speaking to the Leader of the Opposition, le chef de bloc,
The Leader of the Bloc Québécois.
Of other parties in Parliament, so we have a consensus on that appointment. I welcome that opportunity. We will do it at this. Yes, because this is the new spirit, Mr. Speaker, the new spirit of collaboration that has been put forward.
Surprise! He didn't do any of that. In fact, he posted a job posting to get a new Parliamentary Budget Officer. Then Mark Carney released his radical, wild budget at $78 billion deficit, but he lied. He said, oh no, it's good. A lot of that investment is going into capital as opposed to just spending money. So for those of you who don't know, capital is like you give access to money to a business, they can then pay you back, but also they're going to contribute to the economy. It's a very, very big difference from just giving somebody money to repair something or build something that's not going to give back to the economy. So he lied. So he lied in his budget to tell you that the deficit is actually lower than it really is. He lied by $90 billion. And Jason Jacques revealed that. So he said, it's certainly not our place to judge which fiscal anchors the government uses, Jacques said. At the same time, the way in which the government went about this was certainly not transparent. That's a really polite way to say they lied. We've had this fiscal anchor for over 30 years, he added. Other jurisdictions look at the debt to GDP anchor and a declining level of debt to GDP as being the mainstay of fiscal anchors. It's something that the Liberal Party of Canada campaigned on in April. It was in their platform, and without any discussion whatsoever, this fiscal anchor was eliminated. Mark Carney lied to you to win. And that is, you cannot have a country that can move forward when you have a liar as the leader. Somebody who is taking our country off of a fiscal cliff. So this PBO, this gentleman who says he's absolutely going to apply for the job, is literally a hero right now because he is not parroting what the Liberals want him to say. He's telling the truth. He's telling the facts. And Pierre Poilievre called this out over a month ago. And this is why you see such a visceral attack on Pierre, because he tells the truth. And you have government subsidized media. So the Liberals are paying the media to parrot their messaging. This is what they're doing. They're putting people in positions to control the narrative, to control the messaging so that you hear what they want you to hear, not the truth. This is it, guys. And so all I can tell you is independent media is soaring. They're probably going to come after us. But it's important for you to share this. It's important for you to know this. It's important for you to keep commenting, liking, and sharing, because we are able to pick that up and people are getting the facts outside of mainstream media and outside of Liberal talking points. So keep up the good work, and congratulations to this PBO for speaking the truth and the facts. It gives me hope that we can reverse this damage.